Hi, how's it going? Welcome to the show. It's Friday, so I'm not that interested in hanging on for ages, but I will answer any questions that come up. So if you have any, do ask them, because otherwise I'll take any excuse to disappear after 6 minutes. 6 minutes because that's how long TradingView expects you to run a stream for before it will save it. So you need to get into it. So now everyone's thinking, wow, rally in Bitcoin, but actually it's just, the usual spit in the ocean. I reckon this will go another 1,000, maybe to 21.8, 22 before having a little break again. Like I say, it's all part of the game. There's nothing really changed. It could be for months in the same way. So really, I'm being quite brave, just coming on and saying exactly the same thing every day for weeks. Well, not every day, because I've been quite bad this week. I only did, I can't remember if I did. I think I did Monday, missed out Tuesday, Wednesday, come back Thursday and today. So I'm doing not too badly. So what do I think? I'm still bullish of the markets. I'm still bullish of stuff. I still think it's all right. US 500 is having a rally as well. You can see I've been looking at it and deciding whether or not I want to trade it and things like that. It's getting to the levels where, I'm interested again. I mean, obviously, if we ended up with another, like I say, this is what I wrote down when somebody said, what would change your mind about being bullish? If I started to see this behavior, and could be the start of it, or it could be back up to here, who knows? If I start seeing that behavior, then I'll be thinking twice about feeling bullish about it. But we've still got quite a long time to go, in terms of when this thing works itself out. It's in this range now. What's that? About 360 up to 430. Still very hard to say which way around it is. Personally, the only reason I'm bullish is because I think that a lot of bad news is already out there, and sentiment is as bad as it can be, and we're not at the lows. So I don't know. For me, this rally seems to have been caused by the European base rate hike, which I guess makes some sense. Markets quite like it when central banks do things they regard as sensible, and that's kind of what we're having. So I'm 3 minutes 55 into this stream, so I've only got another 2 minutes to go, unless someone asks a load of questions. Now, if there's nobody on live, then make sure you are live. I'm normally on at 13 UK. In other words, now 13 UK is a pretty good time to catch me. I try and come on every day. There has to be a reason for me not to, and sometimes that reason is just because there is absolutely sweet F that I can say. However, today it's nice to see a little bit of a rally, because I've been sitting there not sweating but saying to myself, this is classic behavior. Look at this. There's a head and shoulders here which people have been picking out, here, shoulders, head, and they had one here which worked for them. So you've got to ask yourself, is this a head and shoulders? Well, it could be, it's possible, but head and shoulders don't always work out. I mean, it's easy enough to point out places where they haven't worked. This one for me, I don't know. My overall bias is still long, so as a result, I'm not too scared. Ninja Blevins, can I count the Elliott waves? Not in US 500, but in Bitcoin, yes. We can go through that again for anybody who just perhaps logged in. Was it ABC end on BTC now, start of impulse? No, I don't think so. Okay, so let's look at the evidence. Let's come out to the daily. Also this. Let's remove that. That's kind of surplus to requirements. So this is where we think we are. We think. There we go. So there we think this area here is for a start, this action here. Come on. This action here doesn't look impulsive. So for us, we're still expecting the AB to be a corrective move, which means it won't obey impulsive rules. Now it's possible it may be quite quick. You may get an AB that's quite fast, or it may be slow burn, who knows? But the point is, even if it is, we still don't think that's A, B and C in. So, but either way, we think it goes up from here. So I'm long and reasonably happy with being long. I don't have a problem with it. I think that's probably, that A is too high. This is much more likely to be an A. Though I do have a little personal bet with Lewis that I think it makes 50 just because that makes sense. And once it gets to 50, everyone thinks, well, it only needs to double and it's 100. Hurrah! And you know, cryptos do that all the time. And so I think it gets to 50 to spook a few more people in before it heads off. Next question, Maya Palmer, could you explain? Oh, you know, I was going to go through the Elliott wave, wasn't I? Okay, so the thing that we've been talking about for months, and this is where my partner started calling it lower. He started calling it lower, kind of here, and he thought this was probably the high, and then it did a UTAD, which if you, a UTAD, if you look that up with the lowered Wyckoff, you'll see what that means. So that was the first high, and then he then called it down to this level. This was his range, this white bit here, and this was that it got to the lowest of his range, and then he said as it's got to the lowest of his range, this weekly 5, monthly green 3 was not going to be much higher than the weekly 3, and he was borne out with that as well. And all the way down here we've been telling you not to buy each dip. Don't buy that, don't buy that, don't buy this rally, don't buy this rally. Here you get interested. Sub the previous level, you get interested, and down here in the 20s, low 20s, late teens, then you get really interested. Now this ABC, now there are reasons we talk about within the Discord channel, so you know, unfortunately you've got to pay to get the really deep stuff, and I give away a lot of freebies here. So some of you should just pay up. If you've got plenty of money, just pay up and find out what the hell's really going on. But what I would say is that this feels like the A here. This does not feel like the A. I don't like this. There's really only A, B, C here. There's not really a 5 move down. 5 move downs are much more likely, and additionally there are other reasons why we don't think that's an A. So this could be the start of a B, or A could not be in yet. You know, it's hard to say. You've got this whole phase here where, you know, it could just keep going sideways, uppy, downy, a little tiny bit all the time. And what I tried to, you know, look how tiny that last night's rally is. It's just there at the end. It's still going on. I think it's, like I say, I think it goes up to the high 21s in this little push. And the reasons for that are again hidden within Discord. So I would say that, you know, you need to subscribe to, if you're watching YouTube, this is a simulcast on YouTube as well, you need to subscribe, like, and you need to share all this good stuff with people you know who trade, because otherwise they'll be influenced by various crypto fools, and we really don't want that. We don't want this to be caught out like that. Righto, any more questions? Explain a little on recognising a time to get into Aussie dollar, how to know when it's turned around. Okay, let's look at Aussie dollar. Okay, that's a fairly messy chart. Let's just hide some of this. So I don't know. This is a very unsatisfactory one. Though ones are probably the hardest ones to pick out, and that's why we don't generally get in on the 2-3 move. We wait for, you know, in longer term stuff. This one, this yellow monthly one, would have been really hard to pick out. You might have wanted to buy it here. You just don't know, and it's a really poor 2. So it's a question of where, you know, the one is, but the thing is, this 3 to 4 move looks just like a 3 to 4 move. It's horrible. It always makes you think it's going one way before going the other, and we don't know if the 4's in or not. I'm not 100% convinced. I don't really like this one. However, we are waiting for various things which again are within Discord. You can see the Discord invite. If you're not there, go there. And so the hint I'll give you is COT data. If you don't know what COT data is, look it up. And that's pretty much the only thing. I mean, yes, getting into Aussie here, as long as you want a big fat stop, is not so bad, but it can easily turn around. I mean, what we've got here is rather similar to what we had here, you know, and it turned around pretty fast. and it's rather similar to what we had here. You know, these are things that turn around pretty fast when they want to. So are we ready to get into Aussie yet? No. The thing is, we're not going to tell you in advance. We are allowed to tell you after we do it, because I'm not allowed to give advice, but I am allowed to tell you when I've traded. Righto, I think that's probably enough for today. There's no more. Yeah, so the answer to Maya Palmo is have a look at COT data. Kim Nguyen, I bought other streams. Can you look at XRP? I already know what I'm going to say. I'm not interested, and I've already bought some. I'll look at it for you, but my next level is 28.9. Yeah, 27.8 is my next level where I want to get in. Look how closely I missed it there, but I'm hanging on. Hold on. Set that alarm off. So I'm holding on. So I'm thinking I still want to wait for 28.9. I have bought some, and if it goes, if this thing goes, it can 10 times. So I'm interested very much in XRP, and as a result, you know, I'm happy to wait and wait and wait, and it's going to move with other cryptos, and so I'm happy to wait, because even if Bitcoin takes off and does this big A/B move, there's still the C move to come, and then I think we get the 28s. So I may be looking dumb for a bit, but I don't think I'll sell out my XRP even if it doubles, because I do want to hang on to it. Right, I think that's probably enough. That's it, and I'm going to call it now, and I want you to all have a good weekend. Try not to carry any positions into the weekend, you know, because don't forget, over the weekend, unless it's crypto, you can't trade it, which means your stops don't work, and it means you can get really badly caught out. Okay, take it easy.